Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Blomberg LDV42244 integrated dishwasher. And what I want to do today is show you around the dishwasher, some of the features and benefits that it offers. Blomberg as a company we actually do really well with. They've been in the UK market for quite a few years now. You will find that the products are exclusive to Euronics members. That's what's on my shirt here. So you won't normally find them in the multiples. But as a company, I'm really pleased with how well we do. At this time of recording, this model, the LDV42244, is the middle model in the range. There is another model below it, the 42211, and there is a model above that. But this one, I must say, this one we do loads of it. There's quite a few reasons for that. I'll cover a lot of those in a moment. But as I say, this is 14 place settings, which means you can get quite a lot inside here. I think what I'll do is I'll show you inside first, and I'll go top to bottom. So I suppose one of the main selling features of this model is the cutlery tray on the top. This is always a huge advantage. I suppose the main advantage is that you can put the cutlery in here, you can spread it out nicely, and what that will mean is that the washing performance of the cutlery should be a lot better. I suppose when you put them in the cutlery basket at the bottom, and you do get this as well with it, quite a few other brands, what you'll find is if you do have the cutlery tray, then you don't normally get the basket. But as far as I suppose the main advantage of having the tray is that you can spread everything out. Because if you put things in here, especially if you take the tops off here, and if you just shove everything in, like a lot of people tend to, then the performance of the wash might not be as good. So as I just show you there, it pulls all the way out. You do have the ability, if you wanted to, just click these at the side, where you can actually take the tray out. So if the dishwasher isn't very near to where you unload all the cutlery, so if it's not near your cutlery drawer, then you have got the ability to just take the drawer out, take the drawer over, empty it, and then come and put it back in, which is always a brilliant idea. So as we pull the upper basket out, you'll notice that some of the colours of these are different. So you've got some lighter tines, or prongs as some people call them, and so you've got some darker ones. The main difference is that on some of the darker ones you can actually fold these down, and as I was just showing you there, what it does is if you've got, say, a large dish or a casserole dish or something, then it just enables you to create a larger flat area. So on this dishwasher, the light grey ones are static, so you can't move those. You can put those up if you want to, so if you've got, say, little espresso cups or, say, a bread knife that you can't really put at the bottom, then that's a nice area to put that on. And same the other side, you've got this facility to reduce that as well. You have also got the ability to raise or lower the top basket, and what this does is that will enable you to reduce the height of it if you wanted. I think this is a really important feature because especially when you've got the top tray, then what it will do is it will actually limit the height of the glasses you've got in the top here. So if you have got fairly tall wine glasses, for example, then that can be a limiting factor when you've got the tray at the top, and at least you've got the ability to reduce the height of this basket. Of course, what it does is it reduces the height down to the bottom as well, so if you've got really tall plates, then that might be an issue. But I suppose what you need to do is to try and juggle everything around to fit it in. And then once you finish with that, if you want to raise it up, then you just lift it up and it just clicks back into place. So that's a really, really good feature that, again, always goes down well. You can take the basket out. So if you had very tall, say, grill racks at the bottom, then you have got the ability to take the whole of this tray out, which, again, is a good feature. As we go down to the bottom tray, again, you will notice that you've got some lighter grey prongs, and also you've got some darker grey ones. I suppose the main advantage of the darker grey ones is that you can fold those down. So again, if you had got that big saucepan or big casserole dish, then you can actually just create a large flat area. I really like that. I think it's a very good feature. It's nice having the flexibility with that. And as I mentioned earlier, it does come with the other basket as well. With these, I suppose, I'll just show you this. One advantage of having this kind of arrangement is that you can put everything in individually. So if you tended to find that you use the upper tray, so this one up here, if you use that quite a lot, and I suppose if that gets full, then at least you've got a backup plan with using this. You have got the ability to take that out. Some people, I must say personally, I'm not a huge fan of these. I think when you're putting your knives and forks and things in here, it gets a little bit fiddly. So I'm really glad that they've made it easy to take that out, because personally I'd take that out and I'd just put everything in there. But at least that comes with it, which is always a bonus. And that just slots in. And because you've got the slots in the bottom, then it doesn't matter where it goes. You can put it anywhere at the bottom in the dishwasher. You have also got a couple of these. So what they will do, I suppose they enable, if you've got, say, large grill racks, then you can just rest it on the edge there. I'll just take the bottom tray out and show you towards the back. Just while I'm thinking about it, I always appreciate it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick subscribe. What I do is I talk about household appliances with my YouTube channel. I talk about, as I say, household appliances. I do specialise in things like cordless vacuums, and there's normally a bit of tech in there as well. So I just thought I wanted to get that in partway through the video. But as you can see here, you've got a full stainless steel interior. I know some brands have gone to the cheaper Polynox or plastic coatings on the inside, and it never goes down as well, never looks as smart. I always think the full stainless steel interior really is the way to go, and I'm glad that Blomberg have stuck with it for this model. So you've got the salt on the left hand side here. It is important to use dishwasher salt when you first load the dishwasher. You'd be surprised how many people have asked me, can you just use normal table salt? And no, you can't. It has to be proper dishwasher salt. I've done quite a few videos recently, I suppose, talking about different aspects of dishwashers and sort of energy efficiency. There's quite a lot of people that saying they don't use salt, and what we tend to find is that it's mainly in the UK, I think, that we tend to use it, but it just helps to reduce the amount of limescale build-up within the dishwasher. I'd always recommend to use salt as a separate item. I know the tablets that you use, there are the 3-in-1 or 4-in-1 tablets available, but although they contain a small amount of salt, I personally still recommend using salt within the dishwasher, because that can really help with the performance, and on the whole the manufacturers agree with that. You have got the filter here, so that's easy to take out and just go and give it a quick clean. Again, it's recommended keep an eye on this, because you will find that if it does get clogged up, then the performance of the wash might not be as good, and that just twists in once you're ready to lock it back in place. You have got something on here. This is on the right hand side. This is part of the power wash option. You can move this around, but it's recommended to keep it around that side. I'll cover more of that in a moment. I'm just going to go through the programs in a moment. Finally, on the inside here, this is the detergent dispenser. What you do is you just click that across. Clearly that's going to open partway through the wash to release the little tablet in there. I'd always recommend sticking with a decent brand. There are a lot of cheap tablets and gel pouches on the market at the moment, but you will find if you stick to a decent brand, then that can make a difference with the washing performance. This is where you put the rinse aid. Rinse aid is recommended. It's not mandatory, but it is recommended to use, and what that will do is that just helps through the drying process, stops any streaks, especially on glasses. You'll notice that a lot more. And again, I'd recommend using that rather than just relying on the 3-in-1 or 4-in-1 element of the tablets. So really what I want to do now is to just go through a handful of the programs. You have got a lot to choose from on here. Again, it's quite a good selling point, because what you'll always find is that people tend to use probably a couple of programs on the dishwasher, but what each person uses as far as the temperatures and the length of the program tends to vary between each customer. Again, just go through them quickly. So you've got the Pro Clean. That's really a cleaning program that's recommended to use, I suppose, once every couple of months, just to give it a nice clean inside, and that's a 75-minute program. As you go on to the Eco program, that's a 50-degree program. That's a very economical program, and it's ideal if everything inside isn't too dirty. I suppose it's got medium soiling. With that one, it's not a quick program, it's around 220 minutes, but it only uses around 9.5 litres of water, so it's a very energy efficient program. The next one is the Auto 40 to 65 degree. That's a very good program because that will determine the soiling towards the beginning of the wash, and what it will do is it will actually adjust the temperature. So you don't tend to know what the temperature is, but it will pick it depending on the soiling of everything inside the dishwasher. And the main advantage is if it doesn't need to be at the 65 degree, then it will lower the temperature, and hence that will save on the electricity as well. And as far as the water consumption, depending on which temperature it's gone to, that varies between normally around 9.5 to 12.5 litres of water for that program. The mixed wash, I suppose that one is good again for medium intensity as far as the soiling. That one, it's not quite as efficient. With that one it uses around 19 litres of water, and it takes around about 203 minutes to do that program. Next one is the 70 degree wash. That's a very high temperature. That's really for high degree of soiling. So if you've done your Sunday roast where you've got your greasy pots and pans, then that's a really good one, the 70 degree program. Again, it's not quite as energy efficient, so it's going to use over 16 litres of water, and it takes around 170 minutes to do the cycle. The next one, so you've got, this is almost at the other end of the scale, where it's a quicker program. So you've got the express dry, so it's still at 70 degrees, but with that one it's only 58 minutes. Uses around 10.5 litres of water, so that's a good one if you're in a bit more of a hurry. Then you've got some other programs, things like Glass Care at 40, Mini 30 degrees. So with the Mini program, that's really for low soiling. So if everything you're putting in there isn't that dirty, I suppose if you've pre-rinsed something, then that could be a good one to use. But again, it's still using around 10 litres of water. You've got the pre-wash option on here. On the far right hand side, you've got some other program options. So you have got things like a half load option. That's very good if there's only, say, 1 or 2 of you in the household. If you don't have the dishwasher on that often, then it's nice to have a half load option, because some people don't have that many cups and saucers, if you still use saucers nowadays, but they don't tend to have that many plates, dishes and everything. So you might find that you put in the dishwasher on and it might only be half full, so at least you've got the half load option here. The next option on here is called Rapid Clean. That's the F2 program. I should have mentioned that these are in addition to these programs. So I suppose what you do is you select one of these programs first, and then you can add these on if you want to afterwards. But yeah, with the Rapid Clean, the main advantage is it's a shorter washing time, and it just decreases the water consumption as well. The Super Gloss, this is something that could be quite interesting. It just provides superior drying performance. Put my teeth back in. And basically what that means is that if you wash quite a few of the kids' plastic cups, you can find that normally in a drying program, as it gets towards the end of the program, it doesn't dry them properly. But you could find that enabling the Super Gloss, that could really help with that. And then as we go to the final option here called Power Wash, and that just really helps to wash your heavily soiled dishes or items. So it's recommended if you have got, say, a very greasy pot, say if you've done a Sunday roast and you've got a big tin that you want to get clean, I'd recommend putting it under there, under that impeller, and then enabling the Power Wash option, and that really can help. Unfortunately, I've not got this plugged in at the moment, which is a little bit frustrating. It's just integrated into our display in the showroom, because it would have been nice to show you this LED display. But you've got the on and off button just on the left hand side here. You have got the time delay as well, so you've got a time delay option. So if you've got things like economy 7 where you've got cheap electricity during the night, or if you just want to put it on when you're out, then you've got the option by selecting the time delay. So I'll just show you the energy label on this dishwasher. As you can see at the top here, it's got an E energy rating. I wouldn't be too put off by that. I know quite a few people are looking at these energy ratings and seeing some E's and F's and being put off, but you will find if you're comparing them, then actually some of these ratings are still pretty good. What I'd normally recommend is compare it to other dishwashers of a similar price, and you'll actually be surprised that E at the moment is still okay. Then you get towards the bottom, it's just proving that it's a 14 place setting dishwasher, as I mentioned earlier, Water consumption on average is around 9.5 litres, so that's very good. At the moment, especially in the UK, energy prices are constantly on the rise. So if you can choose an appliance that's very energy efficient like this, then that could be a huge benefit. And then the noise level, so at 43 decibels, which are B rating, again that's very good. So if you do live in, say, an open plan area, which a lot of people are now, then, or even if you've got the dishwasher in the kitchen that's near to your lounge, you know, you don't want it to be too noisy. Things like economy 7, if you're going to use that overnight, again, you don't want the dishwasher to be loud during the night, so picking one that's pretty quiet like this, again, could be a huge benefit. As standard, Blomberg appliances come with a 3-year guarantee, but I'd always recommend looking out for a promotional guarantee, because at the moment, at this time of recording, this model actually comes with a 5-year guarantee. That's parts and labour, which is always really good. From some of my previous videos on dishwashers, a common question: what's this cheeky little thing? And this is a salt funnel, and what it's designed to do is you put it on top. So when you take the lid off, when you're filling the salt, just pop it on top, and then it just saves you getting salt everywhere. So that's included as well. If you are thinking of buying one of these models, then I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Blomberg LDV42244 integrated dishwasher. Please give us a thumbs up on a YouTube video, click subscribe, and leave any comments below. I'd always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, about the video. Just let me know what you thought about it. If you have got any questions on the dishwasher, then clearly I've got one on display at the moment. We've had a lot of customers where we've had feedback on them, so if you've got any questions on it, then just pop it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.